Well, that's the stove, the wood stove I made out of a fat electric water heater, and I've burned it for maybe 3 years, 4 years I've used it. I'm making some improvements. Now you see down there at the bottom, I'm looking in the stove, see at the bottom, I cut it out. For expediency, when I built it, I used the original bottom. And you can see it's kind of domed. And on water heaters, the dome points up on the bottom. So this part is covered with ash. So you can see the bottom of the fire tilted towards the edges. And I didn't like that, so I've cut it out with a grinder. Going to turn that around, and I plan to cut a slot in here and put a door on the bottom. As another problem I had was I couldn't get rid of ash, so that'll be my ash pit. It'll stand on legs. There'll be a slot. You pull out a bottom plate, and the ashes should drop onto I guess a pan on the bottom where I can dispose of them. Another problem I had with this stove was that for convenience I put the hole right in the middle of the water heater. That's the hole for the flue for the stovepipes. Now what that means is the distance between the door and the gases going out to the chimney is very short, and when you'd open the door, the draw would be broken and you get smoke in your eye. So the plan is to move this to the back of the stove, and I'll probably have to cut out a lot of metal and build a thing there. So it's a kind of ambitious project, and I have to do it before winter gets here. So I'm in the planning stages now, which means I'm hunting through my scrap pile for metal. And I hope to have it done in a couple of days. Anyway, let's see what happens. Oh, one more thing. This is the grill I built for it. It's made out of 1/2-inch squares of steel welded up. I guess it's called a grill. No, what do they call that? A grate. It's called a grate. And it's worked great. It hasn't warped at all, and I've had some real hot fires in there. So that will lay, let's see, on top of this part. There's a little ledge in there, and I have to build a ledge in the back for it, a little support. I was using a brick, so I'm going to build a real support in there for that, and that should help get the ash out the bottom too, because I can shake it. Oh boy.